We're going to be talking about our money pet peeves coming up.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back to an all-new edition of the Sunday Night Sit Down with America's #1 money couple. I'm Talib.
And I'm Ty, and we're from hisandhermoney.com, where we're managing money, marriage, and everything in between.
The Sunday Night Sit Down is being brought to you by our friends at Policy Genius. That's your go-to stop to meet all of your insurance needs. They have a totally free tool on their website where all you have to do is insert your information and you'll get instant quotes from multiple reputable insurance providers to help you make an informed decision when it comes time for your insurance purchase. To find out more details, all you have to do is go to hisandhermoney.com/Policy Genius.
Well, guys, we wanted to come and share with you guys some of our money pet peeves, which equates to bad money manners, okay? So we're going to share with you guys some situations that we've experienced, and hopefully you're not doing this.
Hopefully.
Okay?
Hopefully.
And if you are, we need to improve in our money manners.
It's all about getting better.
That's right. So let's get started. So one of our biggest money pet peeves is when you take someone out to eat, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and you're so kind enough to treat them out for a nice meal, and that person doesn't even offer to leave a tip.
They're just going to sit there.
Like, to me, that is so rude. I have been out many a times where friends were so kind enough to say, you know what, Ty, let me pick up the bill, or I'm taking you out for your birthday, let me pick up the bill, and I'm grateful for it. So the way that I show my gratitude is I offer to pay the tip. Now, there have been times where the other party says, oh, no, don't worry about it, I have everything. But at least I offered, okay? So if you are that person that is always being treated out by someone and they're so kind enough to pay for your meal, please always offer to leave the tip. Now, I do understand that you may be placed in a position where maybe you don't have cash on you because all you carry is debit cards, such as us. Then there have been times where there was a surprise and someone will pick up the bill and say, oh, I'll pay for this. Then we usually do vocalize and say, oh my goodness, I feel awful. I usually like to offer to pick up the tip, but I don't have any cash on me. All I have is a debit card. And more than likely that person is understanding. They always say, oh, well, no worries, don't worry about it. But at least I let them know what my intentions were. So always offer to pick up the tip if someone is kind enough to pay for your meal.
Now let's stay at the restaurant for a minute. Let's flip the scenario just a bit. Let's say we friends, me and you and me, we're buddies, pals. We've been down since way back. And sometimes we like to go out, eat, we like to catch up on life, we like to look into each other's eyes and just see how things are going. Don't be that friend that never ever picks up the bill. It should not always be on me to say, yo, I got this, don't worry, it's on me. Every now and then, you should jump in and say, I got this. Don't put yourself in the moocher category to always be sitting back and expecting somebody else to pay. That is a pet peeve, and I'm going to talk to you about it today. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, pick up the bill sometimes. Be a good friend, be a good family member, and pick up the bill.
Another money pet peeve while we're still at the restaurant is there are times when you go out with large parties at a restaurant, right? And everybody's ordering food, and not all restaurants are able to split the bill in 20 different tabs, right? So when the bill comes, don't be that friend that just throws $20 on the table as if this is my portion.
You know you had an appetizer.
You had an appetizer.
We didn't have no appetizer.
You had a dessert. You had a 7-course meal.
Had lemonade with the pink stuff in it and the sparkling.
And even a smoothie, probably with like a little pineapple hat or something on top of there.
All I had was water, bruh.
You know? So don't take advantage of your family and your friends. Always do your part, okay? Always. Another money pet peeve of ours while we're at the restaurant again.
Oh, we can't leave this restaurant.
Okay?
Huh?
Yeah, while we're at the restaurant again. Guys, we really don't go out to eat a lot. But there are times when we're out to eat, and these are just some of our money pet peeves, okay? I appreciate waiters and waitresses doing their job. I think that they work very hard, and I do think that everyone should tip and tip well. We believe in tipping well, okay? But one thing that I do not like is that when you go to a restaurant, and let's say you have a large party of 6 or more, and they automatically put the gratuity on, which is fine. We're more than happy to pay the gratuity and then some. But when that waiter or that waitress automatically knows that the gratuity is going to be on the bill and they barely serve you at all.
They ain't got to work for it.
They don't have to work for it, you know? I mean, they don't come and ask, do you need a refill? How's the meal? Would you like dessert? Do you need napkins? The only thing that they do really is just sit there, take the order, and that's it.
Bring the food later.
And sometimes they don't even bring the food.
Right,
Sometimes it's
another
the manager or
person.
somebody else, you know? So that's one of my biggest pet peeves. And let me tell you guys, I don't know if you're aware, but a lot of times those gratuities can be negotiated. It really can. All you have to do is just kindly ask for the manager and just simply tell them your situation, and you can adjust that gratuity. That gratuity is not set in stone. Now, thankfully, we have not had to encounter that a whole lot in our past, but there have been a few times where the service was completely awful, and that waiter or that waitress felt entitled to get every single last penny of their automatic gratuity.
Now, let's talk about roommates. Here's a pet peeve that I have in regards to roommates. When you have roommates that always want to eat up the food in the refrigerator but never want to buy no groceries. And they leave the dirty dishes in the doggone sink. Listen, that's my lunch meat. I bought that honey ham. So I don't need to come home see you eating a sandwich for yourself, leaving the dishes around and not replacing the honey ham. Okay? The least you can do is replace the honey ham. Okay? Buy groceries, then you eat groceries. You don't buy groceries, you don't eat no groceries. Stay out my groceries, bruh. It's my groceries that I bought with my money. I hate that. That gets on my nerves.
Why don't you tell us the story of yours back in the day when you had roommates?
Back in the day when I had roommates, I had two. Before I met this lovely young lady here, I was a single guy and I had two roommates. We split everything evenly, allegedly. But, you know, when it came down to these groceries, they just wasn't all in like that. And you know what they did for a living? They were chefs. That's the bad part. Okay, so they know about food. They can cook food, but somehow I guess they weren't trained on how to buy groceries. So, you know, I was the one always doggone buying the groceries. Then I come home and smell food that used to be there, but it was eaten and gone with nothing left for a brother like me. So listen, if we gonna be in this together, we need to be in this together. We need to be in the grocery shopping together. We need to be in the grocery eating together, okay? Let's do this together. Don't be that roommate that's the mooching off the doggone food in the refrigerator and don't want to replace it.
I would have to.
That's no good.
I would have had to have sat down and had a meeting.
Yes, would you?
Yeah, you didn't call a meeting?
What would you have
I
done?
would have told them,
What would you
look,
told them?
I feel like I'm always the one buying the groceries and you guys are eating and not contributing. You didn't do that?
That sounds so lovely. Maybe I should have done that. Maybe I should have took your advice.
You didn't do that? You just got angry because they kept eating your honey ham.
Like, man, this is ridiculous.
But then you kept going out and buying more. I would have stopped buying it, or I would have purchased my own little mini fridge and kept it in my room. You know? So, hey, well, you met me, so now you don't have to worry about
I'm good now.
Another money pet peeve, well, I would say this one doesn't really aggravate me, I would say, as much as the others. But when you are at the grocery store or the store and that person that's in front of you buying whatever they're buying and they're trying to dig in their purse to find the exact change, or they pull out like $3-4 worth of change when they probably had a $5 bill in their hand. One thing that I don't really understand is you're gonna have to eventually break the bill anyway, right? Which means you're gonna have to get change. So I don't know, maybe it's because I'm not a change person, and anytime I do carry cash around and I break the bill, I usually take the change and I dump it in a nice little tin can, and we save that change in our quarters and dimes and things like that until after a few months, then we take it to the bank and we cash it in, you know? So when I'm in line and that person is just digging, just digging away, trying to find, I know I got a penny somewhere in there. I know I do, I just saw it. And they're digging and digging and digging, and then they're dumping the purse out. You see crumbs and graham crackers and stuff, and they just going through like, no, I gotta find this penny. But I see a dollar bill right there. Can you just pay with the dollar bill, please? Like, come on, guys.
For me, at the grocery store, I can't stand it. I can't stand it when the sign clearly says 10 items or less, and you know you got 23 items in your shopping cart. and you want to sit there and hold the line up. I'm standing behind you with just a gallon of milk. I got my one item. You got 22 items in the 10 items or less line. Listen, ma'am, I need you to either get your reading skills up or your math skills up, because one of the two is off.
Stop.
Okay? 10 items or less. Express checkout. And you slowing down the express lane right now.
Well, the thing about it is, though, sometimes when you're at the store, the other lines are so full that sometimes
Are you the
to,
person with the 22 items
No,
and the 10
no,
items?
I usually am that person that's sitting there and I'm counting in my cart to see, okay, how many items do I have, you know, before I step in line. But I do know that there are times when you are in the store and these lines are just massively long. So it's like, hey, can I just get in somewhere, you know? So sometimes I don't blame you.
Another pet peeve. Listen, this gets under my skin. This gets all the way under my skin. Let's say that there was a new, I don't know, iPhone that came out recently, perhaps, maybe, wink, wink. And all of a sudden, there you go. You popping up with the new jet black or silver or gold, and you're just showing it off, knowing you got debt through the roof. But yet, somehow, some way, you were able to buy yourself the latest and greatest of electronic gadgets when you know you are living paycheck to paycheck already? Woo, that burns me up to the core. Listen, let's get our priorities straight. Let's get our foundation in order. Let's get our house together before we start making reckless purchases, because that just looks terrible, sends the wrong message, and it lets me know, you know what? You're not really ready for change. And that gets under my skin.
So while we're talking about phones, another money big no-no is if you're carrying insurance on your phones, like your cell phones, but you don't have life insurance.
So your phone can be replaced, but
No!
let something happen to you.
Oh my gosh, no, like forget the phone. You are important. As a matter of fact, we tell you guys every single week, Policy Genius, Policy Genius, Policy Genius. If you guys are looking to get a quote on insurance, all you have to do is go to hisandhermoney.com/Policy Genius and you can get a free quote. Stop carrying insurance on your cell phone, but you don't have insurance on the people that matter most, such as yourself, your spouse.
And the crazy part is you would probably pay less for life insurance than you're currently paying for cell phone insurance. But yet, you found a way to get the cell phone insurance, but you ain't got no life insurance? I don't know.
Yes, you know. So guys, these are just a few of our money pet peeves. We might come with a part 2 because we know that list can go on, and we want to help you guys create good money manners, but we want to hear from you. Leave us a comment in the comment section below letting us know what are some of your big money pet peeves, okay? If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget, check us out over at our website at hisandhermoney.com and meet us back here next Sunday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, where you will see the both of us sharing with you.
And we have a brand new offer that we want to give to you guys, totally free. It's called the 8 Essential Steps to Getting Out of Debt. It's a brand new ebook that we put together just for you. To get your free copy, all you have to do is go to hisandhermoney.com/8 steps. That's the number 8. hisandhermoney.com/8 steps. Well, guys, that's it for this week. It's been great. Until next time, peace.
Bye.